The idea of astral projecting that, you know, when you're asleep at night, your soul or your spirit or whatever you want to call it, your astral body leaves your physical body and goes floating off. That's kind of a cool concept, and it's something that James and I had only really heard about it in the context of like new agey, like, you know, better yourself, astral. But we thought it was essentially the idea of, you know, your soul leaving your body and going off exploring is the perfect conceit for a horror film. So we were always saying, why hasn't anyone used astral projection? And that's one of the main things that gets us excited when it comes to stories, is some idea or concept that we feel like has not been used before, and we hadn't seen astral projection in any other film.
Yeah. One of the things, you know, you always hear people tell you about their ghostly experiences that they have, right, is it's always the same. It's always like, you know, I'm working away there, and then through my peripheral vision, I think I see someone walking by. Right? It's when we hear stuff like that, we go, that is the creepy stuff. And that's the kind of creepiness I really want to capture for the camera. And so when we design our scary set pieces, right, we try to shoot it in such a way where the audience is looking at things through the peripheral visions as well of what they're seeing. And so, you know, we try to come up with these set pieces that fit perfectly into basically that concept. I think what makes Insidious accessible to the audience is the fact that we have characters that are really likable characters, and they're everyday people, right? They're people that are like you and I. You can relate to them, and that's how you kind of draw people into this kind of heightened world of reality, you know? Once you're willing to go with them on this journey, you kind of get sucked into their world, and when that's the case, you know, you can pretty much, you know, push them into, you know, this really surreal world known as the further.
I think people really want to be scared communally. There's something about going to a theatre and screaming with everyone else in the theatre that really brings people to the movie. Less and less people are going to the movies these days, thanks to like the internet and Hulu, YouTube, all this stuff. I feel like people really still show up to movie theaters to see horror films for that communal experience. But you've got to provide the scares. You can't disappoint. And I feel like James does such a great job of like really scaring people in a visceral way, which is really hard to do. I think it's deceptively, you know, simple. It seems like not much is going on, but it's just such fine mechanics to get this stuff right.
We're super excited, you know, just a chance for me anyway to continue telling the story about these characters that we started in the first one. You know, I've never directed a sequel before. This is my first sequel, so it's actually kind of challenging but fun at the same time. And I really like that. You know, I love the characters that we've created in the first film, and the chance to come back to work with the same actors again, playing the same people. It's like, I told Lee this when I first read the script to number 2. I said, this is like coming home. These like people that I know, like my friends. So it was good. It's really cool in that respect.
What we wanted to do with Insidious Chapter 2 is, like a book, a chapter, we wanted to pick up from where the last one left off straight away. And, you know, not too many sequels try that, a few have, but we loved the idea of putting these films back to back. You could almost watch this as one movie. I thought that was really, really cool. And so we pick up with the Lambert family where we left them. It seemed as though you saw Josh murder Elise, but Renee didn't see it and she's not quite sure what's going on. So now we pick up this story where everything's seemingly back to normal, but slowly you realise that things are out of place and that something is wrong.
In a sequel, you want to expand on the mythology, right? You want to kind of like show people more of the world that you've created, and that's kind of what we did with number 2.
We thought The Further was kind of a cool title, and this is a place that astral projectors, if they're really talented, can actually explore this world, but it's very dangerous because you are mixing with people that are dead and you're a living soul, and so they're attracted to that, like, you know, moths to a flame. And so we just thought that was cool. And of course, now that we've got the sequel, as James said, you know, people expect you to expand on the mythology with a sequel. They want you to go deeper, show them more.
So Lee and I started thinking how cool it would be to have Insidious 2 visits Insidious 1. You know, in this sort of weird timeline kind of way, you know, where you saw elements of the movie in the first one, and you're not quite sure what happened in the first one, but then in number 2, you see it again, but from a different perspective. We love stuff like that. I mean, that's what we did in the first Saw film. You know, we tried to show, you know, we show the audience one thing, and then as the movie progresses, you see something else that happened, and we think that's the kind of scripting pyrotechnics that we love.
The best thing I think an audience member could get out of it would be to say, wow, this is a great companion piece to the first film.
Right.
As we said before, I could watch these 2 films back to back and it would really be one story. That would be amazing.